quarter. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Newton on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got 4. You got 4. Watch one. Watch one. Hatch it. Hatch it. 22. Jet. Over. 22. Jet. Over.
They snap it to Newton. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Come on, set. 94. Touchdown with us.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Here's second and 8. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. From just shy of midfield, Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one, a first down pickup of 8. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll go with Snell here on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. On second down, it's Snell, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Snell, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Exit. Check 15. Check 15.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's caught. Nelson. And he will take it in for the touchdown. J.J. Nelson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on into their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. What can they do now? The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. First down now, but that clock rolling. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up the throw. Catch is made by Harry. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go.
To throw again. Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Interception, baby. That is.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This will be taken in. Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Badgley's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It's a big play there, and even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Cook, they'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Again, it's Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
It's coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Nick Chubb, he's leading the way on the ground, 112 rushing yards thus far. A pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Now a short one to Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Newton. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Ready. 60 or. Ready. 60 out long. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, they'll throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it,
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing is Newton. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a touchdown.
Give me the ball every time.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just, let's go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Newton, and it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster There to make the grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. They run again on 1st down. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down and gain of 12. Got Gordon open, completes it. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Ready. 18 Gator. Danny. Five.
Again, he'll drop the throw. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverage.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Joe Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,